We're thrilled to have her. Peppermint is here.
Miss Peppermint.
Ow! It's me.
Peppermint all the way from Vancouver.
It's true. I'm coming
What
to
on
you.
earth are you doing in Vancouver?
Honey, you know I got an early start. I dropped off my ballot at that drop box and got the hell out of Dodge.
Good for you. So you're just heading for the hills. That's all this is?
Heading for the hills. Whatever. An anthill, a molehill, whatever.
Where do you live? Where do you live in the U.S.?
I live in New York.
Oh, you do?
Oh, okay. So we're in Boston. We're in Marblehead, Massachusetts. So we're in the same time zone.
I know.
Normally.
So we're both on the same, usually in the same time zone. But now I've had to find refuge.
Peppermint, have you been to Boston before?
Of course I have.
Do you do shows there and stuff?
You must have done out-of-town tryouts or whatever in Boston.
We didn't do out-of-town tryouts in Boston. We did them in San Francisco.
Oh.
Which is where I met the love of my life, who broke my heart. And so I don't love San Francisco so much anymore. But that's not what you were asking. You were asking about Boston.
You left your hat in San Francisco, Peppermint. Is that what you're telling me?
I left a lot of things in San Francisco. I should have left them. Anyway. But I also have been to Boston several times to perform. But I also, coincidentally, another love of my life was in Boston. And I haven't been back since.
Well, it's a good thing you left the country.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a worldly woman.
Sounds like there's a heartbreak waiting to happen in Vancouver, Peppermint. I'm sensing a pattern.
I'm looking forward to it.
The person you were dating in Boston, he wasn't a lobsterman, was he?
No, he wasn't. He's too scrawny to do that.
I'm dating a lobsterman, and I know what Ron is saying. She thinks that my lobsterman gets around. Well, I'm here to tell you that
is it like... Are lobstermen like drummers? Is that like the reputation?
Sort of. You could say that. They're really hard to pin down. But once they are pinned down, they're loyal. They have a few less teeth than drummers, but if you can look past that...
You can literally look through that.
Now, 100% Peppermint is giving us vintage Versace / Selena vibes, I would say, right now.
And like you said, Rana, she's like J-Lo it looks like J-Lo at the Grammys, the iconic look.
Totally. Fabulous. Now, Peppermint, this show is about just going to be 3 unqualified people who are going to give advice to other people that are suffering in this world. That's what we do here. So all we do is we read a couple of questions. We speak from the hat. And look, if we give them good advice, that's a bonus, really, I would say.
So listening is more than half the battle.
Sure.
In everything.
I have one more question for Peppermint before we start.
Oh, please, excuse me. I apologize, Brian.
Do you have any advice for the Go-Go's? Because I know that the musical, you were in Head Over Heels based on the Go-Go's, and I want to know if they were all there and how many punches were thrown between them. Are they good now?
During the musical? Yes, there were some fighting. Actually, no, they were super. They first of all, the most interesting thing is they all live in different corners of the globe. Like, they don't even live in the same city anymore. So then they get together when it's time. Yeah, you know, they all went to their corners and they come out for
a paycheck.
I didn't want to say.
People get along real well when a paycheck's involved, Peppermint.
Hey, get me there. That's why I'm here.
Me too, for sure. Right, exactly. Well, that's really cool that you got to do that. And who was really there? Belinda, Jane? Who was the one who was like there the most?
They were all there pretty equally, but I would say probably Jane was there a lot. I mean, they were all there a lot. Yeah. They were all there for the big moments. You know, they weren't there when we were like trying to figure out how to do a time step in the corner. Sure. They were, they were there for the premiere whenever the press would be there, darling.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so, yeah.
Fabulous.
But Jane was probably in the way she does everything so enthusiastic. Like, she's like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
and so she was the first one.
You've seen Clue, right? The movie?
Of course I've seen Clue.
Have you seen it, Rana?
Many years ago, Brian.
Well, Jane
is the singing telegram.
She's the singing telegram. Yes. I am your singing telegram. Boom. She's the singing telegram.
I can't believe you just said that. which coincidentally, the last time I watched the movie Clue was with my ex-boyfriend from San Francisco.
So there we are.
Here we go.
Full circle.